What's going on, guys? Andrew Piluk Sports here, and I'm back with another video. Today is, I guess you could call a sad video, but you could also call it a happy, great, exciting video. I'm going to be doing my Leafs season in review. And before I start, I know you guys like the jersey videos whenever I talk about the jerseys. I'm not sure if I've showed you guys this one yet. I got the Centennial Classic jersey. And like I say in my other jersey videos, I want you guys to guess which video, or what video, I want you guys to guess what name I'm going to be getting on the back of this jersey. I let you guys guess, for my first, Leaf jersey video. The second St. Pat's one, I haven't put a name on the back yet, but I'm looking through all the comments. I love when you guys are guessing and stuff like that. And for this one, also take a shot at it, you never know. Make sure I'm in focus, everything's good. So yeah, we'll just talk about the season this year. Obviously, just an absolutely fantastic season. I'm obviously, if you're watching this video, you know, you've watched the NHL playoffs and what happened. The Toronto Maple Leafs lost in the first round to the Washington Capitals in 6 games. I guess you could call it the David versus Goliath. Washington being the best team in the NHL, the Leafs were in tough, but they proved that they're here, you know, to stay. We are going to be in the playoffs. This is a team that's going to be a force to be reckoned with in years to come. And look at all the games that went to overtime. The Leafs showed Washington that they are going to be a contender, and they're going to be a team that people need to look out for. But since this is a season in review, let's start off from day one. So, well, day one, you could basically say Shanahan coming in. Obviously, that's before this season. But day one for me this season was Austin Matthews being drafted. And obviously that was the first big step, grabbing the face of the franchise now. And going into game one, you know, we were looking for big things from him. We were looking for big things from all the rookies in the lineup. Obviously Nikita Zaitsev, Mitch Marner, Connor Brown, William Nylander, like I said, Austin Matthews, Connor Carrick. The list just goes, Zach Hyman, the list goes on. We were just looking for what they could do. And Austin Matthews in the first game, 4 goals. And it just, every single rookie all year just started filling the stat sheet. And, you know, before the season started, I wasn't sure if this team, you know, was going to click with all these rookies. And to be honest with you, I looked at the beginning of this season as, okay, so we've got all these kids. We've got, you know, some good veteran players here. We've got a goalie who's trying to solidify his spot as a number 1. We've got arguably the best coach in the world, a great staff up front there. And I was thinking, you know, playoffs are a possibility, but I want the kids to grow this year. I want the team to mesh. I want them to build together. I want them to grow together. Just like Mike Babcock said, there's going to be some pain, but, you know, these guys need to know that nobody's really going anywhere, and they're going to build together. They're going to grow together, and we'll see what goes on from there. And then they started winning games, and they looked even better, and, you know, teams are starting to have, you know, some trouble with them. And it got to the point where everybody's going, damn, this is a playoff team. Like, this Leaf team could be a playoff team. And, you know, they proved a lot of people wrong. And, I mean, I guess you could say me too. I wasn't sure if they were going to make the playoffs. Hell, there was a part of me wondering if Mitch Marner was going to be able to hold his own, if Austin Matthews was going to be able to score at this level, and if William Nylander was even going to be a Leaf at the end of the season. Hell, I didn't want him traded. I thought the rumors were stupid, but I mean, the Leafs were looking for a defenseman. Who knew? There was so many different rumors going around, and William Nylander became one of the Leafs' most offensive guys, running a lot of the play. And of course, I'm a huge fan of him, so I just never want him to be traded. But the Leafs just became a big, you know, cohesive unit, and they started playing really well. And, you know, they picked up Boyle, and it's going to be sad. He's probably going back to Tampa. You know, free agent videos will be coming in the future, but the team just looked really good, and Curtis McElhinney proved that he was a pretty decent backup goaltender. And, you know, Kapanen came up and did his job. And then the Leafs made the playoffs. And I'm trying not to talk like way too much here. I know I'm not going to go through every game, obviously. I'm not going to go through every little statistic. But I'm going to give you my thoughts on the season. And, you know, it almost really started to hit me a lot in the playoffs because, like, throughout the season, like I told you, I was just looking for them to grow. And I seen it. And, I seen different elements from different players that I wasn't expecting. Connor Brown scoring like 20 goals. Like, I didn't see that coming. Even though I'm a huge fan of his, I've got a picture with him on my Facebook, and he's one of my favorite Leafs. And I didn't expect Kadri to have the year he had, and I knew he was going to score like 20 goals, but I didn't know he was going to score 30 plus. And Jake Gardner took a lot of flack, and he stepped up a little bit. And hell, Polak and Hunwick were pretty bad, but they were pretty good at some points. I mean, I'll give them that. Morgan Riley, not his greatest year, but also not a bad year either. He was pretty good. And Nikita Zaitsev impressed the hell out of me. And I know there were some points for him too where it just didn't look great, but he's adjusting, and it'll come in time. He'll be great. And Carrick, the same thing. So there was a lot of things I wasn't expecting. And there was a lot of people who got points that, like Josh Levo came up and did a great job. Like, there was just stuff that I didn't expect. Frederick Anderson had an incredible year. Again, there were some rough spots, but we're building. This is a building team. This is a rebuild, isn't it? And you know what? It's almost like it's accelerated. This team is great. They made the playoffs, and everybody wanted them to play Ottawa the first round. But taking on Washington, it's a great way to really get some experience. And I'd really like to give credit to the people that said that right from the get-go. This is a great chance for them to grow facing an incredible team like the Washington Capitals, and they gave them everything that they had. So everybody did their job too. Like, Kadri did his job in the playoffs. Martin did a pretty good job. I mean, sucked to see Polak get hurt. He was an okay physical presence. And Bozak looked good. His defensive numbers, that whole line wasn't very good, but again, like, there's going to be some bumps for a team that's still growing a little bit and maybe doesn't have the best defensive forwards. Bozak and JVR aren't very great in their own zone, and neither is Marner, let's be honest. But they looked great, and another big thing was how Freddie Anderson dealt with Washington, because he was absolutely fantastic. And those chants that he got in Game 6 were well deserved. He stood on his head, and it was just great to see that this franchise finally has a number one, and it's a big building block, because every year you're thinking, oh damn, can Bernier hold the fort? Can Reimer hold the fort? Can anybody hold the fort? Because it seems like the Leafs, they said on Hockey Night in Canada, it's a revolving door. Toskala, Raycroft, all these different goalies just going right out the door. Gustafsson, like, they never really had the guy. And as much as I love Reimer, and I always loved that guy, he had a great year for Florida, but Freddie Anderson, man, he just came and took the spot, and he brought us to the promised land, to the playoffs. Honestly, if you're asking me, he's got to be the MVP of the playoffs for the Leafs. I mean, I know Austin Matthews impressed, but God, Freddie Anderson was so damn good. And the defense was good, but it wasn't great. Washington obviously has a better D-core. And the forwards were good. We matched up pretty well against Washington, which is very impressive. And I don't even know what to say. I'm so excited for this team. Like, this is going to be a great team to watch in the coming years. And I'm so happy that I've always been a fan. I've never jumped off the friggin' bandwagon. I mean, since before birth, I mean, hell, I was born into a Leaf family, and that's never going to change. My blood is blue and white, and watching them this season was absolutely incredible. And I hope you guys, enjoyed my coverage of the Leafs this year, and all the other great YouTubers on here, like Steve Dangle, and there's a bunch of other ones. Again, I'm so bad with YouTube names. I mean, I talk to them all the time, but this was just fun to watch, and everybody, Jeff Viette, I don't know if I said his last name correct, but he had a lot of coverage. It was just cool to see the city and everybody embracing the team. And, the playoffs didn't work out the way that they wanted to, but like I said, there were so many bright spots. All the kids got better. We got a number one goaltender, and obviously our coaching in our head office is great. Our drafting has been great. Our prospect pool is great. And you know, I read a headline today that said Glenn Healy said that, you know, teams are envying the Leafs situation because, you know, free agents are going to want to come here, blah, blah, blah. Forget all that, okay? I don't want to blow this out of the water, but I think that he's right to a certain degree, and it's going to be cool to see what the Leafs do this summer, and if, you know, stay subscribed, because those videos might come as soon as the playoffs are over. I'm going to be talking about what the Leafs are going to be doing next. And, you know, I'm going to have some wrong predictions. Maybe I'll have some right predictions. And it's going to be fun. You know, just, you know, join this ride with me and all the other Leaf fans, and subscribe to the channel. And, yeah, you'll see more Leaf videos. But just I don't even know how to recap this season. Just a great season. And I'm glad I got to watch because it was so much fun. Had me on the edge of my seat every single game. And I hope you guys really enjoyed the season too, because they just put on a hell of a show this year. I probably forgot something in this video, of course. I always forget something. But just thank you, Leafs. Thank you. Like, I've been waiting for this. I mean, I'm only 20 years old, but I've been waiting for this, man. Like, just thank you guys for an incredible season. And thank you guys for watching my videos. I guess this is an appropriate time to close out the video. If I forgot something, please remind me in the comment box. I won't take offense to that. Just don't do it in a crazy, rude manner. But if I forgot something, let me know and we'll have a conversation in the comment box. I like hearing feedback. Subscribe if you want. If not, just, you know, go watch another YouTuber. Click subscribe to them. I won't get offended. I mean, hell, even recommend me to your YouTube channel. If you make sports videos, that doesn't offend me. If you want to promote yourself in my comment section, go ahead. I mean, I don't have a ton of subscribers, but I like watching hockey videos, so if you've got them, let me know. I'd love to watch them. So, yeah, eventually I'll do some shout-outs too, because, I mean, I'm not popular on YouTube, but I like watching YouTube, and I hope there's some other people that would enjoy your videos as well. So let me know. Message me on Twitter at Andy Piluk, ANDYPILUK. I almost butchered my own name there, which is quite embarrassing. But subscribe, like, whatever, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Go Leafs, go. Peace.